Right, guys, I'm going to help you out with the train assembly. Some of you guys have already started, but I'm going to start from scratch. The first thing you want to do is have a new design and also make sure that your train folder is open. I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to call this Geist New Train because I have a lot of versions here. And I'm going to save it. I think starting with the train body is going to be my first grounded part, so I'm going to drag and drop my body in, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to right click on my train body and make sure that it is grounded. Therefore, I can't move it if I try to drag it around. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find my wheel and I'm going to left click. I'm going to drag and drop. I'm going to click OK. And I might as well drag and drop another wheel. It's going to put it right over this one, so I'm going to click and move it. Click OK. Drag another wheel. Click and move it. Drag another wheel. Click and move it. And now I have 4 wheels. I'm going to close my browser. I'm going to zoom in. So now I'm going to go up to Joint. The type of motion, if I go to Motion, is going to be Revolute. So if you're on Rigid, you're going to want to make sure you change it to Revolute. And then you're going to go back to Position. I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to rotate my world so that I can see the back side of the wheel. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to click on the circle face of the back side of the wheel. Then I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to spin my world so that I can see one of the axle holes. And I'm going to click so that the circle of the outside portion lights up, and I'm going to click. If for some reason yours looks like that, you can always flip it by clicking on the flip button. I'm going to click OK. Notice how I can now rotate my wheel. I'm going to do that 3 more times, and you can watch me. I do not have to go back to motion because since I used Revolute already, it should be defaulted. So I'm going to click on the inner circle. I'm going to rotate and click on the outer circle and click OK. I did not need to flip that. Joint. That one I'm going to need to flip. See? And I'll bet, based on the way it looks, that this one's going to need also to be flipped. Yep. All right, now I have 4 wheels. I'm going to open up my browser. Let's bring in something else. Let's bring in the stack. I'm going to bring in the stack, and I'm going to kind of move it where it should go. I'm going to click OK. Close my browser. Now the stack is going to need to be jointed, but doesn't need to rotate. So I'm going to change it to rigid. In this one, I can just find 2 points, such as the center point of the end, click, and then the center point of the bottom of the hole right there, click. And then I can hit OK. And then that should be locked in place. We're good. Opening my browser. Let's grab 2 linkage arms. 1, 2. There we go. So now this is going to be, again, a Revolute, because I want it to rotate. So I'm going to go to Motion, change it to Revolute. Now I'm going to be careful that I pick that circle face, and I want that circle face, and this will end up flipping around to that face. This is not correct. I want to flip it. And I'm going to flip it the wrong way again so you can see why it's wrong. And then the right way. See it? So make sure it's correct before you click OK. And if it's incorrect, press Escape and do it again. I should be able to grab on and move the wheel by grabbing onto the linkage arm. I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to pivot my rotation so I can see that hole. And I'm going to joint it with a revolute. That, not to that, but to that. If I tried to do it to here, it wouldn't work because it's not on the same plane. That will work. Click OK. And then I should have rotation between the two wheels. Do the same thing over here. It's all about how you rotate your world to make sure that you can click on and see what you need. Good. Sometimes, like in this situation, you want to move it out of the way prior to clicking so that you have an easier task. There we go. So now all my wheels are connected with the linkage arm. Now I'm going to bring over linkage pegs. I need 4 of them. 1, 2, that one's on top of each other. 3, and 4. Okay. These I'm going to do the same thing with, I'm going to do a revolute. I'll let them spin, that's fine. So I'm going to pick the neck. See that? I don't want to pick that. I'm going to pick the neck, and I'm going to put it right there. See it? There we go. Same thing with this one. Pick the neck and put it right into there. Looks good. Spin it around. Tilt it a little bit. Joint. Neck. You're wondering how I'm zooming around so quickly? I'm going to flip that. I'm using my mouse. I'm using my middle mouse button with my shift key when I want to rotate. I'm spinning my mouse middle button in and out. Makes everything a lot easier. I'm going to flip that. So now I have my linkage pegs. Now I need my axle pegs. I need 4 of them. 1. Let's move that over here. 2. 3. Might as well move it. And 4. I'm going to click save. I haven't saved in a while. It's probably a good idea to do that. Same process for the axle pegs. These guys are going to need a revolute. Need to be flipped. And we have another revolute here. That one might need to be flipped as well. It goes quicker as you get a little better at it. Get the right angle for zooming. Know where your buttons are. There we go. All that's left now is the hitch magnet. I'll drop that in. Hitch peg. Might as well put them both in here at the same time. See if I can find them. Magnet's stuck there, peg is stuck there. So the magnet, I think I'm going to do as a revolute. Just going to put that circle on that circle and flip it so it's not inside. And then I'm going to do a little peg so that that inner circle touches that circle. And then there we go. Now the last piece a lot of people struggle with is the cow catcher. I'm going to drag and drop that in, bring it near the front of the train, And there's a couple ways I could do this. I think, honestly, I'm just going to use a rigid. So joint, close this browser so we can see a little better. Motion, change it to rigid because it should not move. Go back to position, and I'm going to pick one of these peg tops. Just pick that one right here at the center front of it. And then I'm going to find the mating hole, which is not the front of it, but I almost have to pick the bottom of the hole. That one. I'm going to rotate out. It's upside down. So notice how there's a degree box. So if I want it to go the other way down, that's 180 degrees. See? Just like that. So you're going to have to do a little bit of math and figure out, depending on how it placed it, what rotation you need to be. I'm going to click OK, and it should not move. So there we go. All assembled. Click Save. And then to share your link, which you guys should know how to do at this point, but you're going to go down to File, Share, Link, and you're going to turn on this box, and you're going to copy that web address to the assignment. And that's it. That is it. Thanks for watching.